Alright folks, micro patch for today for Battle Pass Season 9, so we'll take a look, as well as the new filler on the Supertest, likely for holiday ops, the Carro Celere Sahariano, whatever you pronounce this thing, Tier 3 Premium, so we'll take a quick look, then we'll take a look at the skins, and finally wrapping up with personal reserves, changes, and improved pass for Battle Pass. So let's take a look at this vehicle. Firepower wise, it's a rapid firing gun, about a 40mm or so. Aim time is quick, reload time is relatively quick. You cannot put a rammer at tier 3 unfortunately nowadays. Accuracy is actually not half bad. 10 degrees of gun depression, 20 elevation, carries about 200 rounds. That's a lot of ammo. Top speed of 50, horsepower per ton ratio could be better but not the worst. Hull traverse is decently quick. Turret traverse a little bit slow. Armor is negligible, but slope 30 is not half bad. You could still get pinned by its own gun, so nothing to write about, but you do not see tier 5s, so that's a plus. View range is actually half decent. Radio is standard for lower tiers, so whatever. It's a small little tank. Upper plate looks kinda big compared to the rear end, so yeah, the front is mostly for the crew, obviously. That's only 30mm. I mean, you could bounce a few machine gun shells and low caliber guns, but 70mm I feel will punch through the front of this plate. Like 75mm, 76mm or so. Okay. Let's see, stats wise, DPM is alright for tier 3. Not the best, not the worst. You do reload at 2.7 seconds without a rammer, yada yada. Armor is okay. Horsepower per ton ratio is okay. View range is meh. Camo is actually not half bad. But this is a rapid firing gun, so you want to get to the sides or rear, but 70mm pen is not the worst, so pretty decent at tier 3. Alright, enough about this vehicle. The ass is super long. Engine deck is relatively big, but then again, artillery only happens nowadays at tier 5 or tier 4, so lower tiers never got to experience the old days of artillery at tier 2. Wonderful. Alright, fine. It's a filler tank, so whatever. The celery. 200 rounds. Shell velocity is actually not half bad for a tier 3, but high explosive and the high explosive anti-tank is relatively slower, obviously. And the pin is not worth it. Carry about 20 rounds of the high explosive anti-tank because it costs so much. Holy crap. Or carry a few rounds of the high explosive, but it's mostly for gun shields. Yeah, it's a whatever filler tank, so no need to spend that much more time on it. Has decent camo, like I said. Yada yada. It is a premium, makes more credit and crew XP, blah 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 blah. And this picture was leaked on the Facebook page, or hinted, teasered. So kind of looks Swedish in a sense. I don't know, blue and yellow. Maybe like Sabaton or something, I don't know, but okay. Are we getting another Sabaton collaboration vehicle? They already have 2 now, so maybe a third one. Like with the UDS, the tier 9 medium tank with the turret. The version number 3 alternate something, I don't know, but whatever. That could be it. And this was also hinted, but this looks like a Waffentrigger logo, likely for Waffentrigger, I think. They say it's between August 15 to like the 26th or something, but alright, so that's that for leak info on the Supertest. Let's take a look at the skins very quickly since they just micro patched that in this morning. But here is AMX 13105. Not half bad. I do like the camo and stuff, but spare track links for the oscillating turret, random junk for the front that looks like a tarp or so, or a canister of stuff, whatever. Crates. Unfortunately, the frontal plate for the tracks are not acting as space armor, so I think they will put this thing as space armor. They bolted it on though. Oh, Alright, I mean, it doesn't get space armor package. That's unfortunate. Also for the sides, I think the metal plates are likely for like crossing stuff or better traction or something. I don't know. Like logs in a sense, but it's a light tank. Shouldn't be bogged down that hard. Smoke canisters, radio, radar, thingy-majig, fuel canisters, shovel. It's alright. I mean, it's a free skin, so it's not half bad. On the same levels of the Holiday Ops skins, so... is it better than the Holiday Ops skin? This one looks jungly, of course, but... it's about the same, right? It's about the same. So, attention to detail and other stuff is on par. Not half bad. The 60 toilet paper. You're missing the large-ass anti-aircraft machine gun for the back of the turret, so that is missing. But is that a plus? Is that a minus? Up to you guys to decide. Frontal hull has the same splash guard as the T-72, the Russian-esque of a V-shape hull design or V-shape splash guard for the driver, yada yada, driving across rivers and stuff or streams. Smoke canisters, fuel tanks, toolbox kits. There's still a motor kit like the VZ55's Holiday Ops skin for the back of the turret, so it's pointed sideways, not frontally, compared to the VZ55, but I don't have that skin, so unfortunate. Large anti-aircraft machine gun on top. Only one of it, so there's like 3 on the actual Holiday Ops skin, or like 4 or something. Let's see, I didn't get the skin, unfortunately, from Holiday Ops, but let's take a quick look. The 40-1. Yeah, there's like 4 or 3 or whatever. There's a lot of machine guns. I kind of like this skin a little bit more. Not because of the large ass anti-aircraft machine gun, maybe because of the balancing of the fuel drums in the back. It doesn't look as heavy or more heavy. I don't know. I mean, it's still a pretty good skin, but there are a few other small nuances on this thing that looks kind of weird, like chainsaws or... Yeah, there's a chainsaw on this thing. Okay. But... yeah... The new skin kind of looks bare at the back of the turret. That's what I'm trying to get at. Needs more garbage at the back of the turret. It's still a good skin. I mean, yeah, fairly good. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it looks kind of. Well, they still have the canvas and extra stowage, but this part kind of looks like a bald spot, somewhat. Yeah, whatever. It's still good. And Projecto, compared to the Roman Legionnaire or Centurion skin, I think this one a little bit better. Obviously, has the camo for the Italians, the Projecto 35's camo or 46 Projecto 46 M35 from the Marathon all the way back then, but large ass anti-aircraft machine gun at the back. It's a medium tank though, so smaller profile to see it. I don't know. Still a decent looking skin. Not half bad. All the skins look very good, fairly pretty good compared to something like the, I don't know, the snowmobile on the 121. That is the ridic. Yeah, the only thing I like about this skin is the widened tracks to help out with the snow theme or the Antarctic theme of the thing. But you have a snowmobile, you have some snowshoes. And from this angle, the Dushka looks kind of like a cock. But yeah, you already know the joke. So yeah, some of the themes are kind of bad. But let's move on to personal reserves change. So they told us they're not going to add the expiration date. Obviously, that's a plus. So people will be pissed off if you put a expiration on stuff that's not meant to have expiration dates. But conversions, you can read about it. So basically, they'll convert like 2 hours into 1 hour. So you have multiple personal reserves and stuff. So it's a little bit more efficient. You don't have to choose between 6 hours of playing 6 hours all the time to like 1 hour. So you're more, you know, beneficial in that terms of using your personal reserves. But after I took a look, some of your more potent personal reserves will be downgraded. So for example, if you have a let's see, if you have a XP times 200%, you will get a 100% 1 hour combat XP. So technically it's a downgrade even though you get 2 of them, because in the same hour of the 200 XP you get way more out of it, so you don't have to spend that much time playing World of Tanks. Now granted, it's better for stuff that has a under 1, smaller than 1% conversion factor. So this is the conversion factor right here, conversion rate. So technically it's better for those you are just basically piling up all the smaller, lower percentage into a basically a bigger one. So that's obviously a lot better. But obviously for stuff like this thing, so when you have a conversion rate of 2, technically it's better to have 2 hours of stuff. Well, let's see. So for this one, you have a credit earning of 150%. It's going to be converted to 100%. You do have more of it, but it requires you to play more of the game. So I would rather have a more potent, less houred amount for the personal reserves, right? So you don't have to play that much to get the same effect out of it, the same XP. Now granted, that means you have to do a little bit better in terms of your average play span or session with the game, but yeah, I would really prefer if we get like more potent version of the stuff. So for now, what I'm trying to say is, if you do have large potent personal reserves like 200% for 1 hour, this will be converted into 100% for 1 hour times 2. So you get 2 of them to compensate with the 200%. But that requires you to play 2 hours. Whereas originally, for now, it only requires you to play for only 1 hour. So you get what I'm trying to say. So before we get the conversion, use up the ones with better conversion rates, right? So you get more out of it because you don't have to spend that much time playing the game, right? So for example, if you have the 2 hour stuff, like 200% for 1 hour or 3 hours, it will convert it into 6 of them, 100% for 1 hour. Yeah, but I would rather have this one for now because I spend less time playing the game. Only played the game for 3 hours compared to playing the game for 6 hours, right? So try to finish up your personal reserves with higher conversion rates. Save those ones under 1, less than 1 conversion rates. Those would be better, improved upon. So that is the takeaway from personal reserves change. Luckily there's no expiration date, so that's a plus. And I mean, it's not the end of the world, so you won't be scam out of your personal reserves, even though most of these should be free from like Frontlines or something. So you won't be scammed. And finally, we'll finish up talking about improved pass for Battle Pass Season 9. Now unfortunately, compared to last year, you need 2 additional chapters out of the 3 chapter if you're a free-to-play player to get enough tokens for both the tier 9s. So you get additional 9 tokens. Yeah, up to 9 tokens from the original 12. But if you're getting the Lorraine 50T or the Cobra, you need 6 more tokens as a free-to-play player. So technically you don't have enough after all 3 seasons of Battle Pass this year. So what the hell is Battle Pass? Blah blah blah. Get your stuff for tokens. So as you can see, I am a free-to-play player. I did not buy premium days or improved pass. So after 2 seasons this year, I got just enough coins, the 24 coins for the Cobra. So 12 coins per season. There are 3 seasons. So technically by the end of this season, the last season, I only have 12. But the Lorraine 50T costs 18. So in order to get 6 more, you have to buy 2 chapters or all the improved pass for all this season. So I mean, technically the Lorraine 50T is, if you get it, you don't play with it. Like with the Kunz Panzer or the K91 PT last year you had to buy 1 chapter. which is a little bit better since it's only 2,500 gold. This time around, it's 5,000 gold. So, yeah, is the tier 9 that was, you know, like a medium tank with a large ass turret, is it worthwhile? Or is it worthwhile to have the Cobra? It's up to you. Or if you want to buy the pass, you get both. But after playing with the Cobra, I can tell you it's a gold digger practically. You have to spam Hesh Shell and in order to do enough damage, but the Hesh Shell has better velocity, better alpha, better DPM at the cost of penetration. That's practically it. So it's a gold digger of a not really a premium, a special tier 9. It's not even a premium. And the Lorraine 50T is a medium tank with a large ass turret, practically. The hull armor is only 90. It's practically a little bit better than the Lorraine 40T, but comparing 90mm at the front to like 70, it's the same at tier 9. You'll get pinned. But everything other than artillery, so I mean, that doesn't mean much. So yeah, okay. I mean, would you rather spend money on a vehicle that you don't play, or spend the money on holiday ops? It's your choice. But if you're going to spend it, it's $30 for additional coins, as well as the premium days, the credits, and blah 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 blah. So it's not half bad. Also, considering that if you get the daily gold mission, it's $15 compared to the standard one, the standard improved pass. But the $15 gives you 7,500 gold. So 250 gold for 30 days, that's 7,500 gold. So if you're normally going to buy this gold, it will cost you about $34. Whereas in the improved pass for the missions, you won't get the gold right away, but you get it at $15 rather than 34. So it's a deal if you plan to save it for like advent calendar of buying vehicles for about 7,000 gold. So there are a few vehicles that are actually worth that much, like a tier 8 medium tank, like the Centurion 5-1, which costs about 7,000 gold, or the CS52 LIS, that's about 6,300, also worthwhile. I think the KV5 is like 7,500 or something. It's cheap, but you can also get it from Bond Shop. But you can also get the reinforcement stuff. It's $10 for just basically grinding 20 chapters easily, so to speak, or free. 500 bonds, training manual. So there's a lot of training manuals, which is not half bad. The reuse April O'Reilly instead of April O'Neil from the Russian server of last season. They just reuse her from. If you watched the previous videos, you'll know. So she was a regular since they don't have the Warhammer stuff. So they reused it. But training manual. So basically, for $10, just get some bonus mostly and crew XP and it's okay. I mean, it's not like getting a tier 3 premium, but then again, you won't play it, so that doesn't mean much. Yeah, for $10, it's like a lunch, I guess, nowadays with the inflation. Well, there you go, folks. Some random jibber jabber tidbits of random crap. Yeah. I mean, battle pass is out. I still haven't ground any, so still at 1 out of a billion, 150. We have one less week since battle pass came out 1 week later, so get to the grind before holiday comes. But once it does, we'll be swamped with holiday ops stuff, so that's a plus. I look forward to the Waffentrigger event. If it is the Waffentrigger event, there are no hints of the Halloween stuff, so we'll see what happens. What the hell is this? Maybe Sabaton's UDS something 03 version number 5 or whatever the hell that thing is called at tier 9. We already covered it. It's been collecting dust for like what, 1 or 2 years now. UDS 03 version number 3, not version number 5. That's only the tier 8 version. So it's a whatever tank. I mean, if it's not a premium for now, but they could change it into the STRVK. So Sabaton will have like 3 vehicles dedicated to them. Okay, fine. And celery is celery. It's okay. Do not know if this is anniversary gift compared to the T26 Chinese version, or just random filler in the holiday ops stuff. But hey, I mean, okay, I guess. I mean, having a tier 3 filler is better than having a tier 2 filler, because you could get repeats or just another copy of it, which will be exchanged for gold. Technically, tier 3 is costing more gold than a tier 2, right? Tier 2 Chinese T26CN. This is the original supposed New Year's gift, but some people are saying this is the New Year's gift. Oh, who the hell knows? But having this as the filler is better than having this as a filler, because you could get repeats or duplicates, and then again they will be converted into gold. So technically tier 3 has more gold value to them compared to tier 2. Alright, there we go, folks. Tidbits, random garbage stuff about Battle Pass Season 9. So unfortunately, if you want both tier 9s, have to shell out some cash. So if you're going to shell out, then I will recommend you using the improved stuff, because it's a little bit more worthwhile considering the gold or the other stuff. But otherwise, just if you don't want the tank, you get enhanced or bond equipments, or bounty equipments as they call it. So it's whatever. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. The celery. Sahariano. Oh, okay, whatever.
過ぎてゆく